Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew. Well, there is a heavyweight fight that's going to take place tonight in women's boxing. 10 rounds of boxing for the WBC, WBA, IBF, and the WBO, Women's Heavyweight Championship of the World, where the undisputed light heavyweight world champion of the world, Claressa Shields, will defend her title against Danielle Perkins. Now, we have to discuss a few things about this fight. First and foremost, there was a weigh-in that took place just last night, or you can say yesterday, either way. Let's just say yesterday, between both of these athletes, both of these women. And they stepped on the scale. Danielle Perkins, who's from Brooklyn, New York, very decorated bronze and gold winner, amateur. She weighed in at 177.2 pounds. She's also the WBC silver heavyweight champ of the world. She's 5-0 with 2 knockouts. 5 wins, no losses, 2 knockouts. Now, if I just told you that piece of information and that's all you knew, then you might say within yourself, wow, decorated bronze and gold winner, amateur, champion, current WBC silver heavyweight champ, undefeated, 5 wins, no losses, and 2 knockouts. Oh man, this fight looks good on paper. But when you peel back the layers and discover that Danielle Perkins have been inactive for nearly 2 years. So she's coming off of a 2-year layoff. And yes, she is 5-0. But she didn't have all of those competitions straight through without the layoffs. And on top of all of that, she is also 42 years of age. So I just wanted us to be clear on this 10-round fight. I wanted us to be clear on this undisputed heavyweight championship fight. I wanted us to be clear. We know that Danielle Perkins is the B-side, and she shouldn't be criticized at all for this opportunity. I always tell y'all this, and if you're new to the channel, you'll hear me say this periodically, but this is a quote directly from me that I originated and invented. Good representation in this business is priceless. And Danielle Perkins have a good promoter who I know him very well. He's a good guy. And that's one of the main reasons why she's getting this opportunity, because she has good representation. And that's always a plus in this business. So she should be applauded. No matter what her record is, she's receiving an opportunity to become undisputed in the heavyweight division. Now, of course, we know who the undisputed undisputed light heavyweight world champion is. Claressa Shields. We know who she is. This fight is happening right there in her hometown, where she was born and raised, in Flint, Michigan. We know who she is. She's undefeated. 15 wins, no losses, and 3 of them wins have come by way of knockout. 3 knockouts. 3 of those wins have come by way of knockout. When she weighed in the scale, though, she weighed in at 173.6 pounds. And of course, if you look at this fight from her perspective on paper, you would say this is going to be an easy night at the office for her because she's fighting at home. She is the A side. She is extremely more experienced than her opponent. She's already been undisputed in multiple weight classes, including the one that she was in just a matter of a few weeks ago before this fight was even materialized. And now she's wanting to make history again, moving up to the final weight of heavyweight in women's boxing and then becoming undisputed. And I think that given the level of opposition and competition in women's boxing, this is not a fight that should be overlooked. But at the same time, we got to keep it all the way 100 and address the elephants in the room. Yeah, I said it, the elephant in the room. Let's address it and let's talk about it now. Claressa Shields is on record constantly saying that she is a better fighter and has accomplished more than the great Laila Ali. And in fact, she has accomplished more in the four-belt era in women's boxing compared to Laila Ali. Now, it is subjective whether or not that she's a better all-around polished athlete and or boxer than Laila Ali. However, I asked Claressa Shields a very important question, and I know most of you already know where I'm going with this. Some of you recall me posting the actual question that I asked Claressa Shields on her own channel. Now, I don't know if she saw the question or not because the comments and questions and remarks were going very fast on her screen as she did a YouTube live on her YouTube channel. I didn't even know she had a YouTube channel until she posted that the anti-doping DCOs, the doping control officers who represent a company that's contracted by VADA, came to her home at 6 a.m. to extract blood and urine and collect her samples for her VADA testing for this fight. And I guess because I did a video on the fact that her doctor, Victor Conti, yeah, I said it, Victor Conti's her doctor. She's with the snack protocol. Well, her doctor already knows the exact times when these DCOs are coming. And we know that because that's what he told me when he was here on my platform in front of me in a dialogue. And of course, long and behold, Claressa Shields posted when they arrived, and in her title, she gave the time. But needless to say, I asked her a question, which is where I was going with this. When I saw that she was live on my feed, when I was scrolling through YouTube about a week and a half ago. And the question that I had for her, I can't wait till she answered this question because I'm still dying to know the answer to it. If she's more accomplished than Laila Ali, if she is undisputed in multiple weight classes in women's boxing, if she really is the GOAT, the greatest woman of all time, and that's self-proclaimed, then why did she call Victor Conti? She's already undefeated, already a multi-world champion. What did she call him for? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What did she call Victor Conti for? No, I'm not talking about for this fight. I'm talking about even for the fight before this one. You know, the last fight that she was in? When she moved up in weight. Huh? You know, she moved up in weight in the heavyweight division, her first time. And long and behold, she had this excruciating power that the snack fighters have between the first and the third round. And then they get a reignited power in the sixth round of their fights. We'll talk more about that later, but I'm trying to figure out when she knocked down her last opponent in the second round, not only did she knock her down, but she won by TKO. Something that we haven't seen Claressa Shields do. Something that we haven't seen Claressa Shields do in all of her other previous fights, where she came in and just dominated with excruciating power through knock. I mean, she only had 2 knockouts before, in 14 fights, she only had 2 knockouts before that fight. And so I'm saying all of that to say it's time to lay the foundation. Tonight, I believe that Claressa Shields is not only going to win this fight, but I believe she's going to win this fight in dominating fashion. That's what I believe. Not because she's not talented, not because she's not the GOAT, not because she's not undisputed in multiple weight classes. No. It's not because of that. It's because she's on the snack protocol and her doctor is going to make sure that her performance is enhanced in this fight. I mean, look, don't get mad at me. Devin Haney told y'all in the Netflix documentary. What did he tell you? Don't take my word for it. Don't let me roll the tape because you know I have it. You know I have it locked in the archives. Devin Haney said when he made a reference to being a part of the snack protocol with the mad scientist, Victor Conti, that's what his words was. He said Victor Conti's, and he laughed. The mad scientist, him. He said it's performance enhancement without the drugs. That's what he said. So let's apply what he said to all of the snack fighters like Claressa Shields. Her performance is going to be enhanced tonight. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.